Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Grow Leafy. I am about to do an exciting day today. Harvest days are always exciting days for me. Because why? Because I get to eat the fruits of my labor. And so today I will be harvesting beets. And so we love eating beets in our home. Well, okay, no. Okay, I take that back. We do. My daughter is behind working the camera and she's shaking her head. No, we don't like to eat beets. What we actually do with beets, my husband makes a really great beet juice. He juices the beets. I love cooking the leaves of the beets. You can saute it, you can add it to soups. So it's really good. And if you have a favorite way that you love to eat your beets, or you want to recommend that to me, let me know. Maybe I'll try it out a different way. But I'm going to be harvesting all of these beets that I have on my right side. So that's what this video is about today. So there's two kinds of beets that I have here. So in the front here first, you can see this is actually Swiss chard. And I need to harvest a lot of that as well. So this is Swiss chard. But behind the Swiss chard, because I planted it basically like a companion plant, I just want to use as much space with planting Swiss chard throughout my garden. But I have two kinds of beets. I have both a Cylindra beets and Chioggia beets. Now, these two varieties are the first time that I am actually planting them. And so I'm kind of excited really to try particularly the Chioggia beet. This is the Cylindra beet. I'm gonna go ahead and grab one. Oh, there we go. Look at that. A beautiful color. It's Cylindra, so it's more long than the other beets that I've had in past years. They were really tiny. They look like little mini beets, and then actually you can harvest the leaves because the leaves can be sauteed like I mentioned. You can boil them, just any way that you would use a leafy green in your cooking, or you can even eat them raw and add them to salad. They are great to add color to anything that you are cooking because look at this deep purple red color in the beets. So I'm really looking forward to that. If you see biting marks on there, I was dealing with a lot of earwigs at first in this planting as the leaves were growing. I could tell that they've really kind of relaxed and left it alone. So as they mature and the plants got stronger, the earwigs tend to leave it alone. But I also was adding a neem oil mixture to diluted mixture as well to this, and as well I didn't do that much, but I really did add some DE, diatomaceous earth at the soil level just to control the earwigs because they were really going to town eating this up. In the meantime, just place this in this container. We're going to be harvesting a lot of beets. As you can see, the leaves for the Chioggia look different. Okay, look at the foliage. You don't see the veins like you do as you would with the Cylindra. It's a tiny little one. This looks like a radish, but it's not. As you can see, the leaves, they are different as well. This is very tiny. I know I have different sizes as well. Hopefully there was enough spacing. I did provide thinning, so I don't know why this one is so tiny, but we'll take a look at the other ones. But this also is really beautiful. I like it how it progressively lightens up from the purple color. This is actually my favorite color. It's like fuchsia, and then some of these leaves have a little bit of that purple color in here as well. And then it kind of lightens up to the top. Another thing with picking beets, I just find a little bit easier when the soil is dry because it's just so much easier to take out. But this wasn't hard. But we've had so much rain and I just could not wait any longer to go ahead and harvest this. But take a look at this one. So as you can see, this one had a much better development. You can see the size compared to the other one. Let me get the other one. And that big difference, okay? A big difference in the size of the beets. So I'm excited to see what this looks like when it's cut because it's a very beautiful looking beet. Now, if I wanted to allow these to grow, these beets to even grow larger, what I could do is come in and harvest the leaves and just, let it continue to grow. But I really want to go ahead and harvest them right now because this season, as it changes, the weather's going to get hotter. But beets I've heard that beets tend to like cooler temperatures better in terms of even flavor, producing of the flavor. So I don't want to jeopardize the flavor of the beets at all. I want to make sure that I have a good harvest. And then I'm just going to use this space to plant something else. I actually have a lot of potatoes that I can even plant in here that are ready to be placed. That's a really great size. All right, everyone, so this is how we do it right here. The Chioggia beets, Cylindra beets. I have this big container full of the Chioggia beets. Some of them are very tiny in size, larger in size. Some of them I can tell where I thought I did a pretty good thinning and didn't thin it out as much as I wanted to. Let me get a little closer so you can see that. And some of them ended up really tiny. I actually have this look at this. But you better believe I'm gonna eat it. Look at this, tiny, like the tip of my finger. It's gonna taste really good. And one of the other things about the Chioggia beets is that it is actually an Italian heirloom, Chioggia, Italy. And it dates back to 1840s. And then it actually made it over to the United States in the 1860s. So it's an Italian heirloom, and I'm gonna, like I mentioned, I'm gonna cut it so that you can see what the insides looks like, because it just looks really beautiful. And this is my first time growing this beet, but actually growing both of these beets. There's a pretty good mixture here of Cylindra beets, different sizes where you can tell I guess I didn't thin too well in certain areas, so it didn't really have the space to develop, but it's all good. You know, you just work through the garden, enjoy what you have, your harvest, and eat. So that's it. Here's my garden harvest, and I am pleased. This is one of my better beet harvests. You know, last year was okay. It was okay, but this year was definitely better. So I am pleased this year, and I am looking forward to doing this again, possibly in the fall, or just wait until the spring. Because remember, I do start my indoor garden, and I do want to get that started at the end of this summer. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you learned something from this video. And like I mentioned, if you have any really cool beet recipes, because I just juice them or eat the leaves raw, or sometimes I shred the fresh beets onto my lettuce. But if you have any really cool recipes, let me know, and maybe I might give it a try. So thank you very much for watching this video and being a part of this Grow Leafy journey along with me. But remember to grow leafy, and I will see you all next time. Bye.